Hello, another video. I'm doing a day's walk here in the forest. I have my work Tuff Gear Elbrus on my belt, which is actually quite crazy because it's a large knife, but I will go more into that later. But I have my lunch with me, thermos full of tea, etc. My photography gear with me. I'm on a specific task, like not only today, but the whole week. I've been trying to search a specific bird. So people have been seeing, there has been sightings of golden eagles here where I live, and I'm actually now on a natural park, or this is a protective nature area. It's a bit different than national park. And I actually was here 1 week ago with my girlfriend, and we saw an eagle. Like it was not really clearly. It was we were deep in the forest and it was over the treetops, but my girlfriend had a better view of it, and she also was convinced it's a golden eagle, and they're quite rare in these parts of woods, so to speak. So this area doesn't normally have them too much. Some sightings have been seen, and in the neighboring county has them actually a bit. So I'm really curious what is the case. Is that really a golden eagle? So have we here also now part of our species, the golden eagle? The sea eagle is the usual suspect always. So that's also a beautiful bird. But also I want to actually show one interesting thing. These forests have a lot of thing called Naava. In Finnish it's Naava. It's part of Lycian family. Here all of these trees are full of it. And it's quite interesting. It actually has medicinal use. So I think it's an antibiotical. This tree has also that a lot. And they're really long ones. There's a saying in Finnish that the Lycian or this Naava grows, purer the air. So it really is an indication of pure air. This is full of it. Very nice. I'm not going to continue longer. This fog is getting really thick, and the eagles don't really fly in this type of weather. I also stopped here because I heard most certainly wolves. I hope I can get them to the camera. There's a lake there, and maybe I can show it there, and around that is what for the eagles. So I stopped here to have a tea and have some lunch also with me. The wildlife here is actually quite versatile. So we have a lot of lynx, then wolves, bears, brown bears. Actually saw in this very spot the excrements of bear last spring. And then what else? Wolverines. There has been sightings of wolverines, of course, elks, deers, etc. And then the thing is that I'm really curious about the eagle. So if it's really the golden eagle, then I can add that to the wildlife of this area, and I'm kind of commissioned to do the research because nobody really moves in these woods as much as I do. I will do the review on my house. I actually, because I want to keep still here. But I'm actually quite impressed with this knife. I'm really impressed with this. I've been carrying this the whole strip with me on the belt, and it's actually not that heavy. Definitely the biggest, largest fixed blade that I've ever carried on my belt. But I will continue from my garden. I also have a willow tree, old willow tree in my garden that broke a branch, so I'll do some chopping testing with this one. So I have an old willow tree here in my garden. I'm actually not sure if it's willow. I think there's two species. This is called raita in Finnish. I'll put the name in the description, but it's of the species of willow trees. And almost every winter here fell branches off from this tree, and this winter also quite big branch actually. And I will be now testing this beast of a knife. This is the Tuff Gear Elbrus, and this is actually the first test. So I carried this yesterday with me. Just wanted to test how it weighs on the belt, etc. And but this is the first test with this one. I will start a little bit with this not so thick branches. The thickest part I will take with the chainsaw away. Yeah, so first test, Elbrus. I have to say the handle, like, it feels great on the hand. It's one of the most comfortable large blade handles that I have, maybe the most comfortable. So very curious to see how this will help and how comfortable is it to do this chopping. Oh my god, Jesus, this is a beast. It has this kind of large, kind of tall convex. My god. Okay, I think the Scrama 200 may have a challenger. This is really nice. Just from the first few chops. Wow. And I have to do these kind of things a lot in the garden, so I use the Scrama 240 and Scrama 200, but now this is very nice. This is much more lightweight, and yeah, the handle is more comfortable than with the Scrama 200, that I have to say, although I love it. That there's nothing wrong with that knife. Okay, but I will take this branch now. Okay, I have a very nice grip here. I put this part between this finger and the pinky, so it feels really secure actually. Absolute beast. So the battery actually just ended before I finished this. Really impressed. This is very comfortable. No hot spots. So light, nimble. It's more nimble than the Scrama. And we'll take this also away first. This. It really is a beast. Yeah, let's check the grind. No no damage done at all. I love this idea of this kind of tall convex. Beautiful. Well, I will finish this branch then. So I've been doing now all the delimbing of the, or is that a word? I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. With the Elbrus by Tuff Gear, and I'm really impressed by this. One thing is that I changed my gloves, so I have this kind of old cross-country skiing gloves. They're much better. They have a really good grip. So the slick leather gloves that I otherwise love. I love leather gloves. With the chopping, you get a better grip. So this improved things a lot. The biggest part of the branch I took away with chainsaw, but then all the other things I've been doing with the Elbrus, it really digs so well to the wood. It really is a monster. I think even better than the Skrama. I did some testing with Skrama also. They are really close. I think the Skrama is a tad longer, but in practicality not much difference, and almost the same weight. So yeah, I'm continuing here. My daughter asked something. I actually tested a bit more the Skrama 200 side by side with the Elbrus. Really quite similar results. As you see, it is really the cutting edge, at least, is actually quite a bit longer at the end with the Skrama. I have to say, I feel like this digs even deeper. It's really nimble to use. I love it, but of course I love the Skrama too, so quite close really. But I do feel like the grind is extreme with this. It's such a eater. I have to say I do prefer the Elbrus. I like the grind. If I would compare these two, I don't know if it's a fair comparison, because this is at the end longer blade, but I do prefer this if I would have to choose, definitely. And one important thing, after all the work today, not a single chipping, nothing. It's like a brand new. When I got the Skrama, it was quite chippy actually. So after use with natural convexing, etc., it becomes better, but at least right out of the gate, much sturdier. The grind, I feel. The steel seems also to be really nice. Zero experience with this steel. Okay. Absolute beast, of course. There's a knot. I love the handle, really, have to say. Really is a great one. Well, I think this is enough with batoning. You get the point. This is a fantastic blade with batoning. Let's check now a bit the some feathers. Put the camera a bit closer. Yeah, really nice control to put the hand here on the, what is this, finger choil. Nice. Oh wow. Wow. Man. Wow. That's the best feathers of larger blades of all my knives. I can say it right now. This is fantastic with feathers. Man, I love this grind. If I would do push cuts, I wouldn't put my finger here and then I would have this part of the hand pushing the metal, so I wouldn't do that. Although maybe I can move the hand a bit. No, if I would do push cuts, I would place the hand then here. I like the handle, it's so rounded. It is one of the best handles of all my larger blades, really. One of these things that kind of, although I love my leukus, kind of the modern designs are sometimes really superior. Now let's check the fire steel actually, because here's part that I believe I can use. This is really sharp, this portion. So let's check. Using a Brisa fire steel. Yeah. Yeah. And then the sheath. I'm really digging this sheath a lot. Especially like today, I've been using this knife a lot. Practically the whole day here in my garden. So super tight fit, but then it's not too tight to take it out. With some Kydex sheets, there's really, you can get this with one finger. And then when I have it on the belt, it's so easy to find it. This is one thing, which is also if you use a knife all the time. For example, now, a whole day this has been on my belt here in the garden. It's very nice that you can find it easily and just push it. Yeah, really digging this. And then the fit and finish, absolute perfection. That's all the grinds are to the perfection. This is really impressive. Really impressive knife. I really have to say I love this knife. I see me using this a lot. Right away I can say this is going to be one of my favorite larger blades. And I don't really have this type of blade, this type of the Skrama is a bit larger and the leukus, so this is nice kind of a mid, well not mid, it's of course big blade, but it's kind of a in between of a, let's say, larger blade and then like a heavyweight chopper, like right in between, so really a survival blade. There's a wedge for piercing, so this really is also kind of a zombie killer. Really deep, the finger choil. Yeah, I absolutely adore this knife already. Kudos. So I'm continuing here, but this is one hell of a blade. Can't find anything to criticize this about. Really, I haven't found anything. The sheath, the handle, the grind, the steel, the craftsmanship, fit and finish to the perfection, everything. Wow. First work Tuff Gear knife that I ever tested, and this is going to be a heavy user pipe for me. Well, thanks for watching. I'm continuing here. Cheers.